like that. Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay.
All right, Coach, it's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cleveland Browns. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Set, blue 60! I'm coming up to you!
Stafford on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 25 yards that time.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Stafford now to throw. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Now pounced right back on it, keeps possession. To throw is Stafford. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta. I don't think it's a
confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go, Cleveland. Let's get that. Check 4.
On 2nd down and 4. Stafford, that's caught by Hollister. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Double right. Hey, fly low.
Another try for Penny. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line. Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Let's go. 10-2 saw.
You tighten up. Let's go. You tighten up.
Check now. Check. Big grip. Big grip.
On 1st and 10, Eason, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
8 read.
Watch the run. 51 to Mike.
Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Eason. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Falcons' 42-yard line.
Six nothing our score after 1.
With the score, Falcons 6, Browns nothing.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. The catch is made by Dylan Mitchell. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
No. Topper. Check.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Yes. Shoot.
To throw on 2nd down, Eason. That's taken in by Callaway. And they'll get this down to the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 4-yard line.
Ready. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Pilot, 64, weak. Five.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
I know don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Set. 180. 21.
Now Rashad Penny. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back to throw. Eason. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Right there, 54.
5.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Mike 5-4, Mike.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the gun, Eason. This is the tight end, Njoku. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
Go.
On first down, Eason over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
I'm going to come back to you.
Go.
Mike, 55.
Hey, exit.
Tighten up.
Go.
Operating from the gun, Eason. Got an open man. It's Ratley. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. Got it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Move. Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Here's 2nd and 8. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, their first play. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Echo.
Check Mike. Watch 55. And watch that. And watch the ball. Mike 55.
2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they will... Over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On the run, it's Penny, and they're able to swarm him behind. The line, and his rough night continues.
The stop made by Tomatoes. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 70.
The 43-yard line.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Keep him. Keep him.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Ready? 44 Mike. Check. Yeah. Hey, stand up. Go.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run on 1st down. Benjamin. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Ready.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now it's Penny. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They set up the screen to Penny. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy.
Step back.
They run it with Balaj. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
It's now third down and 4.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
55, Mike 55. Night, sweetheart. Mike.
Big Griffin.
Off the play fake. Eason. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
The pass on third down. Complete to Nick Chubb.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And we're back now here in Cleveland. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
80 weapons.
On 4th down, Lawrence. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Second and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
General West.
They run it again with Chubb. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 23.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. The quick slant caught. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
218, chop it. Come again. SOS.
They'll run with Chubb. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They'll give it to Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Ready. Hey, Charlie. 8, read. Topper. Go.
3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
2nd and 10 at the Falcons' 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's caught. Beckham. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
13 yards on the play. And the Browns first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's brought down by Deion Jones.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter.